Salvete omnes. If you'd like to support the channel along with these patrons, there's a link in the description box below. Or you can become a member on YouTube by hitting the join button below. In this lesson, we'll continue to explore the story of Hercules. If you remember, we learned about his birth from Zeus in the last lesson, and ended the story when his wife Hera sent serpents to attack the baby. Here is what happens next. Iphicles, frater Hercules, magna voce exclamavit, sed Hercules ipse fortissimus puer, haud quaquam territus est. Parvis manibus serpentes statim prehendit, et colla earum magna vii compresit. Tali modo serpentes a puero interfectae sunt. Alcmena autem mater puerorum clamorem audiverat, et maritum suum e somno excitaverat. Ille lumen accendit et gladium suum rapuit. Tum ad pueros properabat, sed ubi ad locum venit, remiram vidit. Hercules enim ridebat, et serpentes mortuas monstrabat. Okay, let's break this down. Iphicles, frater Hercules, magna voce exclamavit, sed Hercules ipse fortissimus puer, haud quaquam territus est. This first sentence should be clear except for one word. We have Iphicles, the brother of Hercules, cried out with a loud voice, but Hercules himself, a very strong boy. Then we have this word that is made up of haud plus qua plus quam. Haud means hardly, and qua means in which way, and quam is what we use for comparisons, meaning than. So this is like hardly than in any way, which becomes not at all. So Hercules was not at all frightened. And remember, magna voce is the ablative of manner, so it has the meaning of with, without having to use the word cum. Next we have parvis manibus serpentes statim prehendit, et colla earum magna vii compresit. Here again, parvis manibus is the ablative of manner, so it means with small hands. And remember, statim is similar to when doctors say stat in medical dramas. So we have, he immediately caught the snakes with his little hands. Prehendo is very similar in meaning to apprehendo. The next half is a little more difficult. What part of the body do you think the colla is? Looks like collar, right? This is the neck or throat, and it's plural here, so colla earum means their throats. And earum is in feminine form because it refers to the serpentes. And again, we have the ablative of manner with magna vii. But what is vii? It's at the beginning of the words violence and vigor, and means force, power, strength, etc. So Hercules compressed or squeezed their throats with great force. Tali modo serpentes a puero interfectae sunt. I'm sure you can guess that tali modo means in such a manner or in this way. Interfectae sunt is the passive past tense of interficio, which is inter plus facio. This is a euphemistic way of saying kill, similar to do away with. In this way, the snakes were done away with by the boy. Alcmena autem mater puerorum clamorem audiverat, et maritum suum e somno excitaverat. This sentence should also be easy apart from the word maritus. But this word should be pretty easy to learn since it's the person that you have marital relations with. But it is mas, not femina, so this means husband. And altogether we have, and Alcmene, the mother of the children, had heard the cry and had roused her husband from his sleep. And here's what the husband does. Ille lumen accendit et gladium suum rapuit. What would you do with the lumen if you were awoken in the night? Light it, right? Accendit and incense contain the same root, this cen. So we have, he lighted the light and seized his sword. Tum ad pueros properabat. The word propero is a little hard to remember because it doesn't have a good connection to English. It means to hasten. I imagine someone trying to prepare everything at the last minute and he or she has to properat. So this is, then he hurried to the boys. And why is the verb in the imperfect tense? Because it is setting the scene. So we should expect this action to be interrupted by a verb in the perfect tense, as in the following two phrases. Sed ubi ad locum venit, remiram vidit. Remember, ubi can mean both where and when. It seems that the Romans already knew that space and time are actually the same, as Einstein later proved. So this is, but when he came to the place, he saw an amazing thing. Mira is something we admire or think is miraculous. It can also mean wonderful or marvelous. And what did he see? Hercules enim ridebat, et serpentes mortuas monstrabat. When someone is ridiculed or derided, they are often laughed at. This root ride means laugh. So this final part means, for Hercules was laughing and showing the dead snakes. In the next lesson, we'll learn more about the feats of Hercules when he's more grown up. See you then. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and if you can, help support the channel on Patreon, where there are audio downloads and transcripts of each dialogue and story. Gratias!